Are you in need of some love advice, money advice, or career advice? If so, simply purchase your reading via irishpsychic.net. Readings are delivered within 24 hours and can give you all the details you require. Tarot, pendulum, crystal ball. The answers all lie within. Readings start from as little as €3, £2, $4. Log on today and see what's in store for you. irishpsychic.net for all your psychic needs.
Check us out on iHeartRadio. That's right, I said it, y'all. You can check us out on iHeartRadio each and every single week. Bring you the best in talk radio, plus bring you the top 40, bring you some of the best in dance hits, some merengue, some salsa, and if you're good to us, we'll probably bring you some classic 80s. So spread the love, y'all. Everybody know it's going down. It's happening right here on iHeartRadio at 102.DLG Radio with yours truly, DJ Friction and the Professor, Michael Benson. Broadcasting live from Studio 8 in Orlando, Florida, it's 102.DLG Radio FM. It's now time for the weekly rundown right here on iHeartRadio with your host, DJ Friction, Michael, the Professor Benson, and Kevin, the Iceman Tapey. Don't go anywhere because it's about to go down right now. Yeah, you listen to 102.DLG Radio. We are broadcasting live right now on iHeartRadio. Sit back and enjoy, guys, as we got a very special show for you. Of course, I'm your host, DJ Friction, and joining me live in studio are my partners in crime, no other than Michael the Professor Benson and the Iceman Kevin Tapey. What is going on, guys? How are you guys doing this evening?
Yo, how's it going on?
Hey, listen, man.
Not much, hanging out, ready for another show. Listen,
I'm excited, man. We've been having some great shows, since the beginning of of June. I'm not saying that we don't have great shows all the time, but we've been having some very, very exciting shows for the past couple of weeks, man. I'm really excited for today's show because Professor put something together special for us, and we're gonna kick some ass tonight. So for anybody who's listening, you guys, you don't want to change that channel whatsoever because what we got coming your way. If you're into the Bigfoot, you're into the paranormal, we got something coming definitely that's going to capture your interest this special evening. Hey, Mike, so you want to go ahead and let everybody know what's going on for today's show?
Yes, we have a special guest, Rick Dyer, otherwise known as Mr. Bigfoot, the gentleman who had a BBC broadcasting series called Bigfoot. So, Finding Bigfoot is here. Rick, we welcome you from 102 DLG Radio. Kevin, DJ Friction, and myself, the Professor, welcome aboard.
Are you there, Rick?
You're muted.
I think you're muted, buddy.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes,
here you go.
There you go.
Technical difficulties.
Hey, listen.
I must correct you on the intro. The Shooting Bigfoot was a documentary for the BBC, which is the highest rated, most watched documentary in the history of the BBC. And you know the BBC, the largest broadcasting company ever. So I must correct you on that.
It's okay.
I am the best Bigfoot skunk ape tracker in the motherfucking world.
Awesome.
and
you're just badass.
Everybody strives in the whole Bigfoot community to be me, and they just can't do it. Woo! Woo!
For those who don't know, that little woo woo that he just did is his trademark. So if you're gonna use it, you gotta pay the man. Just saying right now.
Exactly. Pay me. Pay me. I know you want to be like me. You cannot be like me. When you start getting checks from production companies every month, then you can be like me. When you drive Corvettes, when you drive Mercedes-Benz, then you can be like me. Because I'm jet flying, Corvette driving. Woo! That's what I am, baby. And I'm not being an ass. I'm just being confident because I know that I'm the best Bigfoot skunk ape hunter ever. Sorry.
He's badass.
Hey, badass.
So tell us a little bit about how many years have you been researching this whole Bigfoot thing? How long have you been in the business and doing this?
Well, I did a hoax in 2008, and that got my name out there. I did not believe in Bigfoot in 2008. I was a correctional officer, and I did a hoax, and it got me international attention. I was on CNN, Fox News, Al Jazeera, all over the world. And ever since then, I have been believing. And on September 6th of 2012, I shot and killed a Bigfoot outside of San Antonio, Texas. But what I did after that, it kind of messed a lot of stuff up.
Okay. And let me ask you, so what made you come up with the idea of wanting to do this Bigfoot hoax at first?
Well, me and my buddy, which was a Clayton County police officer, we were hiking through the woods, and I said, look, there's a Bigfoot. And we both laughed, and then we decided, hey, what if we really did see a Bigfoot? And then one thing led to another, and we created this hoax. And just as we was creating the hoax and getting it out there, he got shot in a robbery at a Crystal restaurant.
Oh my God.
And he wouldn't interview with the news unless, and most people have no clue of this, but this is how it got really big. He would not interview with the news unless they talked about us finding a dead Bigfoot. And that's what blew it up.
Gotcha.
That's hilarious. So, Rick, tell us a little bit about your personal background and a little bit about yourself. I mean, what leading pre-Bigfoot, leading up to where you said you were a correctional officer?
Yeah, so, well, I was in the Army for 6 years. Then I got an honorable discharge, and then I applied for the Department of Corrections, not as an inmate. A lot of people out there get inmate. Everybody
so true.
An inmate. I'm not an inmate yet. I'm not an inmate yet, motherfucker. Woo! I decided to be a correctional officer, and then the correctional officer just wasn't paying the bill. So what I was doing is I was making $800 every 2 weeks, having to babysit murderers and rapists. And so I decided to buy and sell cars on the side, and I was making a lot of money, like $800 every 2 or 3 days. And I said, wow, well, I'm going to get rid of this. And that's the same time this Bigfoot thing came in. And a promoter from Las Vegas, he actually offered us 50 grand to do this hoax. And
wow,
because I was a correctional officer and my buddy was a police officer, so we had credibility. And it just exploded. And unfortunately for them, they let me take all the blame.
Oh, shit.
And I have been living off that blame since. Thank you, guys. And then after that, I started. I actually got a call from a couple of TV shows saying, "Hey, do you want to do a Bigfoot show or audition for this?" I said, "Y'all do know I hoaxed that in 2008," and they said, "Yeah, we don't care because it's entertainment."
Yeah, they want you, yeah.
So that's when I started to do expeditions. And I have been doing expeditions since 2008, and there hasn't been one expedition that I've done that did not sell out. And I was shocked. So the BBC called me in 2010 and wanted me to do a documentary with several other Bigfoot people. I said, sure. And this was going to take place over years of following me and following the other Bigfoot trackers. Well, they started off as 10 Bigfoot trackers, and all these fuckers was boring, except me. And I stole the show. We were in San Antonio on September 6th of 2012, and I was just looking for a payday because they were paying me $15,000 every time I would appear in this thing.
Wow.
So I flew there and said, okay, well, I'm going to appear this and bullshit this and bullshit that. And lo and behold, I actually shot and killed one on September 6th of 2012. And after I shot and killed one, everybody wanted me to keep quiet and sign confidentiality agreements and all this stuff. And I was, my ego just wouldn't let me shut up. I should have shut up. I should have just shut the fuck up and rolled on. But I didn't. And I wanted more money. I shot and killed the thing, but I don't have it in my possession, so I'm going to make me some money.
You gotta do what you got to do, man.
And I made me some money. And what I did was I got a costume designer to build a dead Bigfoot. And he built a dead Bigfoot. I think I paid him like $5,000.
Wow.
And that was cheap. And I finally got the Bigfoot, and I put it in a trailer, and I decided that I was going to go on tour. Well, I went on tour, and I went on a sold-out tour at the Alamo Draft Houses across Texas. I went to Daytona Bike Week. It was a great time in 2014 and made a shit load of money. And I received a lot of hate from that. But I enjoy the hate. Hate has got me where I am today, and I'm happy. I'm content.
So let me ask you this. Speaking of hate, I mean, you've been you're known for one of the best Bigfoot trackers out there. Now, how do you react to all the hatred that's coming towards your way? Because listen, you're not only, you're out there, you're doing your thing. Yeah, you're doing your hoaxes and stuff like that, but in reality, you said you did kill a Bigfoot. Now, you did mention, and I'm going to let you go ahead and talk about this if you wish, but you said, I don't know, next year you're thinking about, you guys are doing some type of documentary or footage on the actual Bigfoot?
Well, next year, some more footage will come out.
Okay.
What I did, and it is another documentary for the BBC, and it will come out and explain everything that happened step by step with truth, with DNA evidence, with everything. I feel in 2016, I will be vindicated and still be on top. I'm on top now because everybody strives to be me. Everybody wants to be me. And I am the person that people tries to knock down off the ladder. But the more they try, the more popular I get.
So, Rick, let me ask you. You said you never were able to gain the possession of the Bigfoot afterwards. Who does possess the Bigfoot? Is it the BBC?
I cannot discuss that right now.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
But it is still intact, and it's still 100% there. And
when you do the documentary, you're going to be able to divulge more at that point in time. Am I right?
Just wait for the second documentary, and if you think that the first one blew your socks off, the second one is going to make you have a heart attack.
And now, for those who are tuning into the broadcast right now, when's the actual? Do you guys have a set release date?
I'm really not even supposed to be talking about it, period. But
okay.
I just can't keep my big ass mouth shut.
We got you. We're gonna just drop it right now. We'll talk about it.
Well, we'll let you hang on that.
So I had a question on my Facebook page from somebody, and the question is, what is Bigfoot? Is he an ape? Is he a cross between a human and an ape? Is he an alien? What is he?
Well, 99% of Bigfoot, 99% of the people in Bigfoot are frauds because they don't even believe in Bigfoot. Mm-hmm. And for the 1% that do, Bigfoot is a bipedal creature that roams the woods. And I know that sounds crazy as hell, but I killed one, and I know that Bigfoot exists. And I have touched it with my own hands, and I know Bigfoot exists without a doubt, and I will be vindicated. But Bigfoot is not a myth. I'm not crazy. I'm a little bit crazy, but I'm not crazy. that I don't know facts from fantasy. I know Bigfoot is real, and I know that for a fact. But a lot of people, including myself, has made a joke of Bigfoot. And I really started to make a joke of Bigfoot, a big joke, after I killed one, because I know that it's real. I know that it's tangible because I had it.
Now, let me ask you a question. Did this start out as a hobby for you? I mean, did you really... I know you said that filming Bigfoot and the whole thing was kind of a joke between you and your friend, the officer. But, I mean, did you guys just think of it as, oh, it's a hobby, we'll just have some fun with it? I mean, really, truly? Or did you really see maybe a monetary factor before you got started?
At first, brother, I just wanted to make fun of people who can't get no pussy.
You just want to play with the minds.
Awesome. That's a pretty good answer there.
And it's those people there that before Rick Dyer came into view, there was these lonely people there that ate, slept, and there was ridiculous. And I did that to make fun of them.
Gotcha.
And now I'm one of them, damn it.
Now
I got a wife, a life, and it's really hard to explain, man. It's like an addiction, man, and you gotta go and grab it, and I think I grabbed it and ringed it out and put Bigfoot on the map.
Well, let me come out with it here. I've got a really good question for you. Are you pulling everybody's leg right now? Are you doing this to try to get some more publicity out there?
Hell yeah!
Shit.
I love it.
I agreed to appear on your radio show to promote myself. and yeah, I do speak a lot of bullshit, but when the day ends, I really did kill a Bigfoot, and I feel that I can say anything I fucking want, and at the end of the day, I still have a Bigfoot. So the last laugh is on you.
So basically, fuck you if you don't believe me. I really don't give a damn.
I don't care.
There you go.
Anyone believes me or not. Okay.
That's how the professor feels.
And I know that 90% of your listeners are here because I'm a good-looking motherfucker.
Who's it starting to sound like now, guys?
Yeah, it's not like you right now.
I was going to say Ric Flair.
Woo! Yes, indeed. Hey, Rick, if I were you for a day, what would I need to expect?
I don't know. 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 I don't know Now, what if you were me for a day? What?
If I were living you for a day, what would I need to know, and what would I have to be ready to expect?
Oh God!
Walking in the shoes.
That is the best question I've ever received on any interview, and I've been on thousands of radio interviews all across the world, and that's the best question I've ever received. To be me for a day. First of all, if other people are out there wanting to be me, first you got to take a damn bath, because 90% of Bigfooters don't take a bath.
Love it.
Then you got to learn to drive a 6-speed supercharged Corvette.
Done it, so I already know about that. Okay, cool. Okay, we're close.
And then you got to learn to just talk. Just talk, and don't give a fuck about what people thinks about you, about what people are saying about you, how you talk, how you dress, where you wear your cowboy hat. I have so many fuckers that comment on my Facebook page, I hate you, you look stupid in the cowboy hat. And I say, thank you for thinking about me.
And that's when you say, get the fuck off my Facebook page.
No, I want them on my Facebook page.
That's it.
If any of y'all motherfuckers have haters you don't want, you send them to me.
That's right. Haters need love too. That's how I feel.
I wake up every morning thinking, what the hell am I going to do? Do I have a job? My job is Bigfoot. My job is talking. I hop in my car, or I hop in my SUV with my kids, and we go around having a blast of a day. I hit the pawn shops to see if I can find a good deal, and then I go out and buy some cars to resell. Just make videos all day. That's what I do all day long, because I can. And the reason why I can, because the haters that hated on me for so long kept saying my name and kept filling my pockets. And that's great. And thank you, haters.
Nothing like negative publicity. Now, I know who you are for a day, but we people like you and I always have that solid ground behind us. And I met your wife that day that we talked, and you got a pretty little filly there. Does she have anything to do with who you are?
Oh my goodness, my wife and kids are at the pinnacle of who I am. They love who I am. That's awesome. Their whole school knows who I am. I feel like a superstar when I walk in that school, because of my kids, because of my wife. Folks, I couldn't do this without my wife's support.
Exactly.
She holds the key to everything. Now, she's not going to let me go to China by myself. That's for damn sure. Yeah, my wife is beautiful, and I'm just so lucky to have her. And
that's awesome to hear.
Man.
Well, big figures need somebody to ground them sometimes, and that's why I asked that question, because we can go out there, but sometimes we need that person to bring us back in a little bit.
Exactly.
So that's a good thing.
And she's good at bringing me back in, I'll tell you that. All the time, baby.
Let me ask you. I was doing some research on you yesterday, and you recently put out a video, a very interesting video, and the video consists of, can the Bigfoot community live without or survive without Rick Dyer? Explain this.
Man, I make a lot of videos, but that one it's just that they all love to talk shit about Rick Dyer, okay? But when my name comes up, like a couple of days ago, there was this Bigfoot group that I don't give a fuck about. It's a Bigfoot colon something. And a buddy of mine that's in there said, hey, try to join this group. And I said, okay, fine. So I tried to join. My post, just them mentioning my name, Rick Dyer tried to join, got over 600 responses.
Wow.
Wow.
And people hate me. That is the exact opposite. That just keeps me going.
Well, if I had half your hate, I'd have a whole hell of a lot of love, I
Damn right.
I do have a lot of hate, and a lot of hate has calmed down a little bit. I have to do something to rile them back up.
You know what? The thing I like about you, man, is you're so straightforward, man. I was telling you this before we went on the air. Listen, he's no taking bullshit type of dude, and that's what I really like about him. Hell yeah, man. And listen, my next question to you is gonna be, for the longest time, people have stated Bigfoot is a myth. Now, what were your thoughts on people who still don't believe in Bigfoot?
Well, look, man, I am full of hot air 99.9% of the time. And when I did shoot and kill a Bigfoot, I knew that people wasn't going to believe me without proof. And people will still, they will not believe me without proof. And that's okay with me. Because what I will do is I will collect the money now when you don't believe me, and I will collect the money then when you do believe me.
Cha-ching, baby. Let it ring.
Look, folks, I can't sit here and convince people that Bigfoot's real. They have to have a sighting or something that is close to them. But no one can really convince you that Bigfoot is real unless there's tangible proof on the table.
Now, you've traveled all around the world. What's been some of your most favorite spots that you traveled to do the search for Bigfoot?
I like the UK. I like in 2008 was my my third expedition to Bangkok.
Wow.
And what we were supposed to do, and this was before I got married, folks. So speak your shit. Hey,
we won't hold it against you.
But we were supposed to stop in Bangkok for one day and then go on to the Thai jungle to search for Bigfoot. Well, we got to Bangkok, and we never left Bangkok for 2 weeks.
That's funny.
That was an awesome, awesome, awesome time. If y'all have never been to Bangkok and y'all not married, y'all need to go to Bangkok, Thailand.
Well, Rick.
Oh my God.
Hey, Rick. They don't call it Bangkok
for nothing.
Your fantasies will be fulfilled.
I dated a few Thai girls. I was in Guam for 2 years, in Hawaii for a year. I dated a few Thai girls.
Lucky you. Yeah, Bangkok is awesome. I could do a whole show about Bangkok.
I bet you could.
Oh my goodness. Bangkok is oh my goodness. They're not gonna let my wife hear me talking about that.
So you've been all over the world tracking Bigfoot. I have a question that may sound odd, I don't know, but is there a similarity between all of the are they all similar, or are there slight differences based on the region? Because I know that there are some that are, allegedly white, some that are brown. So is there a difference around the world as to what people report seeing?
Yeah, the language they speak, Kevin.
I get that, Mike.
It's like, and I got a story on Russia too. about Big Bigfoot, but I will tell that after I answer his question. The differences are subtle, like the Yeti, the skunk ape, the Sasquatch. They have all kinds of names for them, but basically they're one and the same. So everybody should just say Bigfoot. But there's like the skunk ape has longer hair and in the swamp. Bigfoot is real tall. The one in Russia is supposed to be white, and it's so on and so on. But back to Russia, I was doing an expedition there, and we advertised in Forbes magazine, and we got doctors and lawyers and all kinds of people that either went or they send their sons there, and we did a expedition in Russia, a little town outside of a place called Saratov, and it's the first time I ever been there, and it was a group of 10, and I was arguing about having to hire a military guy, and I didn't want to hire him. And they said, you need to hire him because of the bears. And I said, okay, whatever. So we tracked in, and it felt like we'd been walking for days, man. But it was probably about 10 or 12 hours. And I heard this guy in Russian say, bear, bear. And I heard boom, 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 boom. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I was being a little bitch. And I drop a clip and hit another clip. I said, holy shit, are we being attacked by terrorists or something? Boom, 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 boom. It was a fucking bear running towards us. It looked like we're in the fucking movies and shit. And I can't see. Before he got us, man, he dropped dead.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's hilarious. My God.
And then all the time we spent walking and shit, the fucker calls in on the radio, and like a family in flip-flops comes tracking through the woods, starts jacking the bear's legs off and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Oh, shit. That's just hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Oh, man. So, let me ask you, I was, like I said, I was doing some research on you yesterday and stuff, and I see you also dipped your hands a little bit into the paranormal stuff, too?
Yes. I have a buddy and partner by the name of Biff Burke. He is my right-hand man. He will be moving down here to Florida soon from Maryland. Awesome. And we are going to attack the paranormal world too, and we're going to separate fact from fantasy, because there's a lot of people out there that loves to make up stuff, and that's okay, because I love to make up stuff too.
I gotta
attack them for fun.
We got to do a day out there on the streets, because I know there's some fucking paranormal out there.
Oh, absolutely. On I-4, bro?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. On I-4, there is all kinds of stories. Right at the Sanford Bridge and stuff.
Yes.
And then I'm filming a documentary now that I'm producing called People here in Daytona Beach, Florida. And I'm interviewing homeless people, prostitutes, gangbangers. I'm interviewing everybody, and it's going to be an awesome documentary.
Now, what made you want to go ahead and shoot this documentary called People? Like, what's the meaning behind it all? I know you want to kind of like maybe follow in the footsteps.
Have you ever been on the streets in Daytona for a day?
Well, yeah. Come on now.
No. I mean, really on the streets in Daytona.
I've been to very bad parts of Daytona.
I'm saying, have you ever been just on the streets? Not been there, but been on the street?
Yes. Well, not living on the streets, but...
that's what I'm asking you.
God damn it.
Welcome to our reality show.
Hey, Rick, some of these guys that I'm dealing with are sheltered. They haven't really seen a lot in their life or been around a lot in their life.
See this on camera, right?
But I have. I've been on this. Not homeless on the street, but I mean I've run the streets. When I was younger, and I've been all over the place. I've been to 35 different states and out of the country, and I've seen some crazy shit. And I'm a 3-time cancer survivor, so I never really cared a whole lot about dying. I just wanted to live. So I can attest to what you're saying out in the streets. And I've been a pawnbroker for close to 25 years. And I see all kinds of shit that people would never imagine. And you know what I'm talking about. So hats off to you for wanting to go out there and get another perspective on what these people are and who they are. Because it's a whole nother world.
Exactly, and people can catch some clips on my YouTube channel, Rick Dyer. Now, these clips are not good enough to be in the documentary, either because of the people, they're drunk, they're high, or they're just whacked out. Or maybe the lighting is bad, like the one I posted yesterday, and the sound was terrible. So there are certain clips we can't use that I will go ahead and post on YouTube so people can get the feel of what this is going to be about. And we're going to interview a lot of people. The hardest ones to interview is the Salvation Army. Wow. And I know that this is getting off the subject a bit, but most people don't know that the Salvation Army charges the homeless $10 a night.
Yeah.
They can barely get money in their own damn pockets as it is.
Well, and they have a list. They have to sign up for that list, and if they don't make it, they're on the street still.
What, $10 a night times 20 beds times 30 is what, $6,000?
Yes.
Okay, and plus the donations. Come on now, that's a racket there. I think that we should help these people and not try to make money off of them. And that pisses me off.
Do you know what I've been as far as doing this. I've actually, when I donated to different homeless shelters, but I also went out on the street in Ridgewood there, right down from the pawn shop, and dropped off 2 massive garbage bags full of clothes for the homeless.
That's awesome.
That are on the street. Because I know what it costs if they want to go to the thrift store. Salvation Army, Goodwill, it's $5-6 now. They don't have $5 or $6.
Exactly. That's why they're homeless.
Exactly.
That's why. Now there are some bad homeless there, but I met a homeless girl yesterday when I was filming, and she was living paycheck to paycheck, man, and then she got arrested for no insurance while going back and forth to work, and they took her car, they put her in jail on a $100 bond. She couldn't make it, and she lost her apartment, she lost her car through impound, she lost everything, and her driver's license.
That's some fucked up shit.
She lost everything. And that's terrible. Mm-hmm. And the Daytona Beach police don't help. Every single homeless person I interview, they harass them. Every single one. Every single one.
Well, when I was a teacher over at the college in DeLand, it'd be 9:50 when my class ended, and I had girls in my class who would come up to me, or in another class that would come up to me or one of the other teachers as we were getting ready to go home and say, my ride never showed up, I have no place to go. And then I would be like, well, what do you mean you have no place to go? Well, because I'm homeless. So, we would be scrambling to find shelters for these young girls who are actually going to college trying to make it, trying to get off the street, trying to get out of, and most people don't know is, if you got woods next to your house, you might have somebody homeless sleeping in those woods. Mm-hmm. because there's little camps, all homeless community camps all over the place through the woods, and the average person does not understand this. They have no reasoning to understand this.
We actually got a comment coming in right now into the chat. Jim says our system is highly broken.
Oh, it's not broken. It's fucking shattered.
Yeah, I mean it's fucking law enforcement. It's shit.
Why do you think I carry a gun?
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Dead serious. I mean,
No,
I
it's true.
don't trust it.
I totally understand. So you do have an organization that you do run. It's called E.C.H.O. Want to go ahead and explain to everyone?
Please.
What E.C.H.O,
I was going to ask about that.
It's called Team E.C.H.O. That's Paranormal Big Foot and UFO that me and my buddy Biff Burke started. And Biff Burke is just a great human being to be around, man. He helped me start this, and he's actually moving down here to Florida to help me run it, because I am a busy man. Mm-hmm. And that's a true friend. And if you don't mind, I'd like to talk about what it is to be a friend.
Go for it. Go for it.
Man, I have been, like, when I was at the top of my game, with the sold out tour, man, I had plenty of people coming to me. Oh, Rick, you're the best. I only want to help you out and do this and do that. And when I fire them or get rid of them, or when I don't give them money, they go on a radio show and talk shit, or go on TV and talk shit about me. This man has been through the good times, the bad times, and now the great times with me. And I want to say thank you to Biff Burke, Walter Shrum, Jackie Pridemore, Carolyn Clark. It's a bunch of them. So many I cannot name. Tim Frick. It's just so many. And I want to thank you for supporting me. And if I forgot your name, I'm sorry. You're in my head. It's just, we're live, so I can't think of it.
He's on a hot seat.
All right, so I've been trying to jump in here, but you guys were on a roll, so I didn't want to disturb the roll.
Jump.
I've been talking with somebody offline about some of the stuff we've been talking about on the show here. More specifically, Rick, since I haven't talked a whole lot at all, which is unusual. But the I-4 thing you guys were talking about, the person I'm chatting with was telling me that along the I-4 corridor there were people buried many years ago who had yellow fever. Oh, wow, and rather than moving them, they left them there and built the road across the top of them.
Mm-hmm. True.
And that could be the source of some of the either paranormal activity or strange things going on. And she's also the person I'm chatting with, she's also a big Bigfoot fan. So she knows who you are, of course. And she does quite a bit of reading. And she wants to know your take on the idea of, do you think Bigfoots have telepathy? I know it's an odd question, but I'm asking anyway.
No, they don't have telepathy. They don't disappear. They don't transport themselves. Good God, people. Come home, people. Fuck.
Oh, shit.
You shoot them, they're dead. Okay? They don't transport themselves to planet Zorro. They're breathing, they're here, folks. There's no telepathy, no mind reading, no crackerjack crazy box people, folks. Come on now.
So let me guess. You would not agree with ancient astronaut theorists who believe that they are descendant from alien races, then?
What the hell?
I'm asking because I personally I love Ancient Aliens. I watch the show all the time because it makes me laugh.
Aliens?
So, but that's one of the theories behind it.
Aliens might do some cool shit, but Bigfoot don't.
You're hearing it from the man. He's telling you right now.
Hey, Rick. Now that we're back on Bigfoot, when you shot him, did you actually pick him up by his smell? Is that how you knew he was around?
No, that's what everybody says. The smell, the smell, the smell, blah, 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 bullshit. This one didn't smell.
He took a bath.
Evidently he did. And to be honest, I mean, he smelled pretty damn good. Yeah, so this theory about, and all it is a theory, and that's what people makes the money on, is the theory. There's this guy named Lauren Coleman and Dr. Jeff Meldrum. All these fuckers make money, and they try to legitimize themselves as I'm this and I'm that, but I'm making money off my fucking theory. I'm making money off my theory too, to get people to shut the fuck up and drink a yoo-hoo and laugh. Laugh. That's all you gotta do is laugh.
So anyways, Rick, I guess if he don't smell, he went back to another planet, took a bath, and came back for you then.
Yeah, he fucking teleported himself.
Teleport, that's it.
Oh, you shot me!
He found him by the big hairy ass nuts.
Hey, do they make like a do they communicate with each other with like a whining type of sound, or is it like a high pitched sound or something like that?
Really, no one knows. It's all a theory.
It's all theory, all myth.
It's all a theory. It's all, oh, well, this is what I think. This is what I think. And they back it up like it's fact. Like, what the fuck, people? Come on. Like, you don't know that. And there's these people that say that they know this about Bigfoot. They know this about Bigfoot for a fact. Nobody knows nothing about Bigfoot for a fact except Rick Dyer, because I shot and killed one motherfucker.
Hey, Rick, when you shot him, did he say, "Oh fuck, you shot me," or what?
He said, "That motherfucker shot me."
So, on average, so the Bigfoot that you caught a couple of years ago, on average, what is the height? Because I'm sure you guys did some measurements and stuff on him. What was the average height?
Good question.
This Bigfoot height is only 7'5".
Oh, wow. Okay, that's not.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's small compared to Bigfoot.
It's a pretty decent size.
A little taller than Shaquille O'Neal for perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I heard he was Bigfoot too.
Well, he wears a size 22.
That's
I've
it.
seen his shoe.
I've been to the where he donated one down here in Lake Mary for a charity event, and you could put your foot and my foot in there.
He wears a size 22, so yeah. He is Bigfoot.
Yeah.
So, what do you have any upcoming events or anything like that you have planned over the next year or so that people can actually check out and maybe come to? Because I would love to come check you out. Especially doing a local event anywhere at the convention or something like that.
I'm working with some people now that wants to get me out back on the road. So they say that I'm a sellout, and not the sellout in a bad way. But
yeah.
If you pay me enough, I sell out whatever. But people like to come and see me, and I proved that during my sold out tour in 2014, last year.
Gotcha. And hey, let me ask you. So do you do television production? Like, are you're producing shows on your own, or are you working for like bigger networks? Or are you doing your own thing?
I have produced a documentary for Tru TV called Bangkok Working Girls, and that was where I went to Bangkok to follow prostitutes and tell their story, and that got some airplay. And this one here is what happens is you make a film, you send it to a film fest, and then someone picks it up. Mm-hmm. And every time I sent one to a film fest and someone picked it up.
Gotcha.
Because I do the stories that I want to do, like that I would actually watch that I don't see on Netflix or anything. I go out and do those stories, and I love people, and I love to hear their stories and all kinds of stuff. So.
Gotcha. So how did you get your partnerships with like A&E and all that stuff? Those worldwide networks.
Well, we're not partners in any way. It's just like I advertise them on my truck because I've been on a show that A&E produces, or I've been on a show that Discovery Channel produces. Like, we don't have a partnership, but we have a working relationship.
Gotcha.
So I have a question that I just got in. Why kill Bigfoot and not try and trap him or her?
Okay. Let you trap a beast trying to rip your fucking head off.
Okay.
See if you can trap him and kill him. This what's that monkey girl's name? That girl who wants to save all the monkeys and stuff.
Jane Goodall.
No, yeah.
Jane Goodall. Yeah. It's
I would say Webcam Whitney.
We almost made it through a whole show without bringing her up.
Rick, have you been to see Webcam Whitney yet?
Let's not get it. Come on, get back to his question. Let's leave Whitney out of this one, please.
Look her up.
Oh man.
YouTube Webcam Whitney.
Anyways, go let him finish.
Go ahead, finish the question. Kevin.
Yes.
Finish the question.
Finish the question, buddy.
No, I asked it already. I said, I guess the question I got from my text was, why kill it? I didn't realize that it was attacking him or pursuing him. That wasn't clear, so that's why I asked.
Oh shit!
I could only assume that you'd shoot it because it was attacking you or could attack you. Or
no, absolutely. You don't shoot it because it's attacking you. You shoot it because it's a fucking myth and nobody believes it's out there. So you got to kill one so you can prove that you're not a fucking nutcase.
Okay.
Good point.
Kevin, proof is in the pudding, so if you don't eat your meat, you're not getting any put in there, buddy.
Gotcha.
For your answer for your person on there. Okay, Rick.
I can't find this Whitney girl.
Webcam Whitney. Kevin, give him the details.
We'll send you a link.
We'll send you a link.
Might have to start a reality show just on her.
Now Rick, I watched one of your YouTube videos. It was where you were talking talk to the doctors about not wanting to do any autopsies of the remains of Bigfoot. Do you believe that this is something that the government just wants to keep quiet and doesn't want to bring out into the open as far as really what took place with Bigfoot? And
no, man, see, that's where people must use common sense, folks.
Tell it.
Because for us to hide Bigfoot, that must mean Russia, China, Japan, and all the other countries must hide Bigfoot too, or Yeti, or whatever you want to call them. That's not happening. I've been to Russia. I know Russia, and I tell you what, if someone catches a Bigfooter or something, the government will take over and it'll be front page news. The government called it Bigfoot.
Thank you. I just wanted to put the rest of all those bullshit conspiracy theories. That's why I'm asking.
Exactly. Bullshit. Y'all get a fucking girlfriend and get some pussy.
That is it. Oh, man. Okay, Rick. One more question. And my question, I had to throw all my questions out because you were there before I was. Between all of us asking them back and forth, I mean, you have carried out an awesome dialogue, and one of the best interviews we've had by far. But when you grow up, what do you really want to be?
Motherfucker!
You forgot the
woo! I'm sorry. This right here is the sarcastic move, okay? Woo! Woo!
I love it. I love it.
That's awesome.
Okay, last thing we want to do is start talking about our reality show for our thing. So, I've been trying to get DJ Friction to do a reality thing and maybe start thinking towards that. So, when you're all done with your little 6-month thing you said you had to do, I'd like to sit down and talk to you about getting together with us.
Let's do it, brother. Let's do it.
Listen,
I think it would be fun, if anything.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you ever need somebody to jump on the bandwagon and help you with your paranormal shit, I'm down.
That's
I'm ready
right.
to jump in there.
Because
I love paranormal. Don't you play me right now.
Rick, he loves paranormal, but he's a pussy. He'll be the first motherfucker in the corner screaming like a bitch.
Oh shit! I just got lightheaded. No, for real, seriously, I'll be down to do it.
Yeah, we love it. We love it.
Absolutely, get with me, bro, and we go do it, man, and have some fun, because that's what life is about, folks. Is having fun. You only live one time. I was talking to a guy in the auto parts store a couple weeks ago, man. And I didn't know him from nothing, bro. And we got to a conversation, and this guy was happy about going on the cruise the following week. And I went back to the parts store a couple of days ago, and they told me, hey, dude, that guy that you were talking to got killed right after he left here.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
And this guy was my age, 36, 37, man, and that hit home, man, because 1 second you are planning your future, and the next second you're lying in a coffin. So get the fucking broomstick out of your fucking ass and have fun and live a little bit, motherfuckers. Drink a yoo-hoo and shut the fuck up. Woo! That's what you gotta do, baby.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. Are you ready for some rapid fire? DJ Friction's going to ask you some questions, and he's going to ask them one right after the other, so you got to have that wit going there, buddy.
But before we get into the rapid fire questions, I want to go ahead and let you guys know, if you guys want to check him out, he is up on social media. Check him out on Twitter. He's also got Facebook. We're going to give him that information in case they want to look you up.
Go for it, Rick.
I'm at the Rick Dyer Official on Facebook. My YouTube channel, just type in Rick Dyer. I have over 500 videos. And just type in Rick Dyer and even go to my hater site. Shit. Just go somewhere.
Now, what about the official website? If they want to go check out your official website.
The official website, I have plenty. It's TeamEcho.us. I have GetHighFilms.com. I have BigfootTracker.com. I have a load of websites, man. Just type in Rick Dyer and it'll take you everywhere.
All right, so here's the rapid fire questions. What is the most important thing to you in a relationship?
Pussy.
What is your favorite food that you can't live without?
Pizza.
What top 5 music songs are currently on your listening device?
All the songs from New Kids on the Block.
You're fucking kidding me right now.
About you in the summertime, whoa, and all the good times that we had.
Oh shit, he is not playing right now.
That just came out of the blue. I was not expecting that.
What's been your most embarrassing moment?
Birth.
What is your favorite movie or television show of all time?
Hangover, baby. 1, 2, and 3.
And then let's see. Give us one word about yourself or your spouse that describes him as a person.
Sexy.
Oh shit! Is that for you or your spouse?
Both.
It might be for both.
It's both. I saw the other side, I can tell you that.
And the last question: if it was your last day on Earth, how would you want to spend it together? And what would be the one thing you would want your spouse or any of your friends or family to remember you by?
I would just spend it with my family, and I want them to remember me as a funny motherfucker.
Hey, but listen, hey, Rick, I appreciate you coming on the show and joining us this very special evening. It's been a blast, man. And listen, you're welcome to come on the show anytime you want to, man. Anything you want to plug, come hang out with us on a Tuesday night, man. We would love to have you on again.
Thanks, brothers.
Thank you, Rick. I will be in touch with you soon. And if you're in the neighborhood, come by and see me over in Ridgewood. We'll get together and go hang out on Ridgewood with you, and you can do some interviews, man.
Okay, that sounds good, brother.
All right, brother.
All right, guys, don't go anywhere.
Thank y'all, everybody. The guy with the black shirt on and the headphones. I love you, man.
Thank you.
The guy with the blue shirt on and looks kind of queer. I still love you.
Oh, shit.
All right, Rick.
We love you, man. Take it easy, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Later, bro.
All right, y'all. That was Rick Dyer. And what a fucking great interview, man. That was freaking hilarious.
God. My ass hurts.
Listen, your ass hurts, but I'm wearing the queer shirt right now. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Right after this, y'all got to pay some bills, if you know what I'm saying. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this. Wirecast is an all-in-one software solution. Telestream Wirecast enables capture, live production, and encoding for live streams in one cost-effective, flexible software solution. Reliable and stable, backed by a company with more than 10 years. That's a decade of video and encoding experience. Wirecast is trusted to all customers. Most critical broadcasts, extensive capture support, capture from a wide range of sources including multiple cameras, computer desktops, capture cards, and other devices such as Teradek, Cube, and more. Powerful live production capabilities switch between multiple cameras and add video, audio, graphics, slides, text, titles, transitions, and more. Wirecast supports for multiple formats. Stream live or archive to Flash. The best part about Wirecast is that it also cross platforms to Mac and PC. I'll say it again. The best part about Wirecast is that it cross platforms to Mac and PC. Head on over to our official website, www.102dlgradioorlando.com, and click on the Wirecast Telestream logo today and get your free trial at Wirecast. That's right, guys. Get your free trial at Wirecast, and if you enjoy it, then hey, go ahead and purchase it. We have been so happy with the product, and you will be too. Head on over to our official website and get Wirecast today.
This is iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio makes you want to move.
When you have a great melody, a song can last forever.
Instantly connected.
I love it when the beat goes boom.
iHeartRadio is the way I get to you.
The biggest song, the biggest artist,
All in one place.
iHeartRadio.
I'll
see you there.
Yeah, 102 DLG Radio. We are back. And man, what a freaking amazing interview that was, man. That was a badass interview.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, he's right on point, man. Right on point. Hey, Kevin, you all right there, buddy?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm here.
So let me make sure you're alive over there. I hope our special guest didn't scare you away.
Oh no. I was just interesting. It was an interesting interview all the way around.
I don't know how to take that.
No, I mean seriously, it was an interesting interview. You know, I mean, I have my thoughts, but it was an interesting interview.
Kevin, were you having flashbacks from hanging with me or what?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I mean,
Okay.
you have similar personalities, but I think he's way more over the top than you.
Oh, he is. But I could be if I wanted to be.
Woo!
No, he goes
Woo!
woo!
Gives a little jerk and a jump.
Gotta
Now
make
where
sure
do I
you say it
send
right.
the payment for that?
Well, yeah, it's gonna come out of Mike's check.
Oh, I guess I got fired.
No, none of us have been fired tonight. That's a good thing.
Not tonight,
Night's not over, is it?
So yeah, man, that was a great interview. Again, thanks again to Rick Dyer for appearing on the show with us.
Yes.
And if you guys would like to know more, please head on over to social media. Look him up, man. He's one funny ass dude. And listen, I'll be honest with you. You go to the search engines on Google, whatever the hell it is that you guys use for your search engines. You just type in
Rick Dyer,
man, and then you're gonna see all the shit come up on him. He's one badass dude. So.
Whenever you lose your cable or your direct TV and you're saying what can I do tonight? There you go. Jump on the internet and you're gonna be there all night because he's got tons of shit you need to see.
I'm telling you, man. And we gotta have him on again. And me and Mike are talking behind the scenes, man. We need. Listen, I'm down to do the paranormal thing with him.
Yeah, I mean I join you too. I love that shit. Don't bother me. It don't scare me. You know. If he's going to really do the paranormal thing, he needs to go to...
Wait a second. Why are you rolling your eyes over there, Kevin? I saw that.
No, there's something in the room moving.
There's something in your eye.
He needs...
Literally, there's something in the room that just flew behind the computer, and that's what I was doing. No, I'm into the paranormal. I mean, I want to do the ghost train tour in St. Augustine.
I'm going to be out there...
I'm just interested in knowing. I like ghost stuff. Ghost stuff's cool.
Kevin, awesome. Why don't we all three meet?
I'm going to be out there July 19th. Well, actually, sorry, the July 20th and 21st with Shakira. We're going out there. We're doing the whole ghost tour thing. So if you guys want to meet up and hang out,
yeah, let's try
St. Augustine. That'd be awesome.
Let's try to do that, and then we can all three meet up. I don't know if I can get Denise out there or not. She's always working. So.
Yeah, we're gonna be out there. We got a hotel and stuff.
But we ought to do the training. We can go throw down a couple of cases at his hotel. We don't even have to worry about it. I didn't get a reply on that.
Now, one of the coolest ghost tours is in Key West.
Where
they have this doll that's supposed to be the most haunted doll in the U.S.
I heard about that
doll, in the world, and they have it locked up.
It's not locked up. It's in the museum.
Is that the one that's based off the movie that came out? Was last year?
Yeah, like Chucky. Yeah.
Chucky. Yeah.
The female Chucky.
Yeah. They also in Key West. There's when you go into the museum, the art museum, you walk into a it's almost like a dirt room. It feels like, and it's real. How do you put it? Real musky and real damp. And if you try to film any video footage of anything in the room, it will not film. But you walk in the next room and it does.
Huh. Yeah, and the doll in Key West is Robert the doll.
I know. Me and Denise did the tour. We did that tour. Another great one is Savannah. Has a good one. And Charleston, if you've been to Charleston, right, Kevin?
I have not been to Charleston. That's on my list of places to go. Not right now.
There's a guy down there. It wasn't it was a paranormal, but it was. He talks about all the ghosts from the Civil War, and he takes you on a boat where you go on a boat ride. You go under the Cooper River Bridge Canal. It's like almost a little cove, and he does the whole tour and talks about it. He was actually on A&E or one of those other channels. He did a documentary that they aired for A&E. I think it was A&E of the ghost of Charleston. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, there's another one. There's another Civil War ghost one that's at Gettysburg,
which
is supposed to be pretty good. There's a house there that was a hospital during the war, and the attic was used, I guess, like a hospital floor. And it's said to be haunted, and they've done paranormal stuff there. What are those guys? Who are those guys? They're one of the guys is leaving the show. The Ghost Hunter people. They did a show there, and it was pretty interesting.
And
you're talking about I want to say Steve is his name, but I don't think that's what it is.
It's Ted.
It's like, isn't his last name Groff or something?
Yeah, something like that.
It's Ted.
Yeah, one of them left the show a couple of years ago. The bigger bald guy left.
Yeah.
And then now the other one's leaving, and they're turning it over to somebody else. Yeah, but they did a thing in Gettysburg, and they did one somewhere in Maryland where there was a prisoner of war camp for the Civil War that was also supposed to be haunted, which was pretty interesting too. So the Civil War there's a lot of ghost stories around the Civil War because it was, more people
of
died
course.
during the Civil War than in any other war in the
yeah.
U.S.
On our soil at that. So
exactly, and in strange places too. So,
have any of you guys been to Salem, Mass?
No,
I've been, but I've never really
never done. Oh, it's Salem is awesome. I've been to Salem,
dude. I've been. I want to go back to Casadega.
Oh,
and fuck around.
Yeah, Casadega's fun, man.
I want to go play around in Casadega.
I'll go with you. Denise doesn't like all that stuff because she is Pentecostal.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, she's very
yeah.
You learn something new every day, Iceman.
You didn't know her dad was a minister?
I knew her dad was a minister. I just didn't know he was Pentecostal.
Pentecostal, not old Pentecostal, new Pentecostal. The modern day Pentecostal. But yeah, I'd love to get into the paranormal and delve in that a little bit and have fun with it.
Oh yeah, I would like to just experience it, man. I just always been wanting to do it. But show some love to One PC Doc who just joined us.
Doc's in the house.
The doctor's in the house.
And I've been chatting with Sammy, one of my friends, on text during the last interview, and she's really big into paranormal stuff too. So this could be, this would be something maybe we should consider doing a show on. So we can get a paranormal expert.
Oh, I bet we can get a couple of them.
We don't have Kevin having us on that special website broadcasting us like he did the last time.
What's that?
Oh, Periscope.
Periscope.
It's difficult to do. I found that it's very difficult to do Periscope and the show at the same time because you can be chatted at on Periscope. So it's really hard to do because they're asking you questions and I can't answer them if I'm talking to you.
Right.
And I can't answer
that's when you cut it off and then you can just say, hey, they could be, hello.
I may try that. I may try to do that next week because
you know what the D and DJ Friction and DJ stands for Mr. Friction? That's Dick Friction.
Don't forget that.
Dick Friction.
I just like that he spells it with a K.
It's
K's
big dick to you.
Friction.
Yeah, you gotta be unique. Hello. Now, man, people can actually pronounce friction the
Dick.
way it's said on there.
It looks like a P for prick.
I could be a prick too.
We know that.
Yeah, I have another friend of mine that does radio that wears a hat that has his name on it. On the back it has, I'm kind of a big deal. So maybe we should do that for your hat too. I'm kind of a big deal.
Hey, listen, One PC Doc says that's why you need to use water-based lubricant. LOL.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Well, Doc, did you catch our show with...
He just missed it. He just missed the guest.
Just missed it. Well, we have YouTube.
Yeah, it'll be re-airing on YouTube. You can go to the official website too. It'll re-air, so you can check it out. It was a pretty badass interview.
Yeah, it was.
But what was I gonna say? So, man, I don't know. So I kind of wanted to talk to you guys, but I don't know if I want to do it on the air. If I want to do it off the air.
Do it on the air, man. Do it on the air.
All right. So I was thinking because I wanted to kind of do some stuff behind the scenes. So I was thinking about I don't know how you guys feel about this. Either taking 2 weeks off from the radio program or taking the whole month of July off, just to kind of get things situated. Because I want to. Okay, so there's some things that I'm working on. The first thing is I'm working on a brand new intro video that's going to play during our show, which I'm working on. Also, too, there's new software that I need to play with for broadcasting that I want to mess around with. Plus,
are you sure you're going to have time to play with the material while you're playing with yourself?
Hey, listen.
All right, now.
I can handle both things at the same time. I can handle. I'm talented. Okay.
So you're ambidextrous. Okay, as long as you got that down.
So I don't know.
Amphibious
you guys tell me. It's something I've been thinking about. There's a couple of things that I've been playing around with.
Well, if you want to take off July, and you want to do that I don't care either way. But you do a lot of shows, so I mean I do.
Oh
one
yeah,
show
I do a lot.
week.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's up to you guys. If you guys want to take a 2-week break, if you guys want to take the month off, just let me know. Kind of figure it out.
I think that's kind of your call because you're the one that knows the show the best. I'm up for either way because the second week in July I'll be in Titusville anyway, so it might be kind of hard to do the show from where I'm going to be, but it's really up to you.
That says no vacation for you.
Funny. That is so funny.
So no, it's your call, man. I mean,
I mean, I was thinking about it because there's a ton of shit that I need to do behind the scenes that I need to kind of get focused on. The radio show website needs a huge overhaul, and then I mean I like the weekly guest. However, some people are saying, well, maybe you need to spread your guests out a little bit more instead of having them every single week because they kind of miss us bullshitting against with each other. so I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll make the decision tonight.
I've had some people ask me exactly what are you running down during the week. You just have guests on. And I said, well, the format kind of is we talk about issues that are happening since the last show. Mm-hmm. You know, we discuss what's going on in entertainment and sports and all that other stuff. So, you know, weekly rundown, we kind of gotten away from that. But, you know, the guests have been really good. I think the guests have been different. And I think we're reaching a different market with guests. And we've had some really good guests.
Mm-hmm. Hold on 1 second. Y'all keep going. I gotta get my plug, so go ahead.
And so I mean we've had some really good guests. I mean, Steve and Jody were hilarious.
Oh, we've had their. Go ahead, Kevin.
And their video with us, I watched that the other day. It was pretty funny. You could tell Jody was working through nerves during the interview because her perspective was different than what we saw.
Yeah.
Meg was hysterical. I thought Meg was great.
Yep.
And I went back and watched DJ's interview with E.J.K., which I thought was really good. I wished I could have been in on that one because I did have some questions about her music. But, you know, I think the guest format has worked really well.
Okay, sorry. I'm back.
I'm waiting on him. He's all shuffling around. Kevin, I've got to say, between the three of us, I mean, in the last 2 months, we've really had some really good shows.
Excuse me, badass.
Despite the shirt.
Yeah,
despite the gay ass shirt that Rick mentioned.
He hit it right on the head.
What's on your shirt? Are those Minions or what is that?
That's sunglasses.
Oh, okay.
With cruise ships.
The Royal Caribbean.
Oh, all right.
I'm surprised you didn't even pick up on that, but I guess it's kind of small. So.
Well, because I haven't really seen him because I've been watching on the JustCast site, so I've been getting a different perspective, whatever he puts up, because it's kind of cool to watch the show.
You're right.
It's being broadcast.
I just kind of forget I'm in the studio now. I mean, I remember when I was over there, and I couldn't see a lot of stuff either. So.
Yeah, no, and I put monitors on the opposite side so you can see things. Boy, we've come a long way, haven't we?
We have. I mean, we really have.
You know, we finally got a third camera working so people can actually see in the studio now. You know,
Kevin, I got a surprise for both of you.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to get DJ Friction here one of these days where he's off at the same time I am, probably within this week coming up.
Tuesday and Sunday.
I'm going to take him to the printer, and we're going to officially print some business cards for all three of us, and I'm going to pay for them.
I got business cards already.
Oh.
Yeah, well, we didn't. And
I've been had business cards, dude.
You've been having. I've been asking for so long. So I'm going to take you up there.
Where you can go to get yours done? Hello?
No, you didn't. You didn't give me anything.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So anyways, Kevin, I'm going to pay for him for you and me then if he's got his own. But I'd like to kind of redesign it a little bit. That's all.
I like my phone cards. They're awesome.
So I'll make sure within the next couple of weeks you get business cards. Because, you know, it's kind of weird when you're talking to somebody and you're saying, I'm so-and-so. You got a card? No, let me write it down on a piece of paper for you. I've been in sales all my life. I'm used to having a card in my hand saying, here I am, this is me. Makes you kind of a little bit more official, doesn't it, Kevin?
I think Doc is our... I think Doc is our agent because he says, don't forget my business card.
So anyways, during that whole month we're off in July, we can get some business cards taken care of.
Well, there's a couple of things that I want to do, actually. I want to kind of get us together sometime in July.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because I want to take photos of us together.
Maybe in St. Augustine, when we're all in St. Augustine, we can get them in where there's some nice scenery out there. We can go over by the fort and get a picture by the fort.
Because I want to be able to do some pretty cool, like,
maybe get a ghost in the background. You just never know. And maybe we get Rick out there, meet us out there, man. Have a pretty interesting little startup and a giddy up and go gig. So yeah, I'd like to get wherever you're getting the cards from, see what they're, see if they can do anything else, and then get us some cards.
Well, I got mine's done, and there was very
Yours done has all three of us on the card and all that in the picture and all that stuff?
No, my card was just before you even came along.
I know it was. That's what I'm saying. I'd like to update it.
It's my personal one that says executive producer.
Yeah. That's fine. You can get your personal executive producer. I can get a host. He can get a host card. And then I can be the badass bitch that I am and be on the card with my picture on it.
I can't see it much.
Oh, he wants his picture on it, too. Oh, man.
Well, you would have yours on there, too, Kevin.
Well, why do you want his picture on there? I mean...
I would like to take the picture and have all three of us on there is what I'm saying.
Oh, I've never had a business card with my picture on it. The business cards I've always had have just been...
You know, kind of like
contact, stuff like that, you know?
Kind of like our banner on our page that has all three of us on there. That's what I would like to have on there.
Oh, all right. I see.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like where I'm going with this. I'd like to get a nice shot.
So what kind of format do we want to take when we come back off hiatus in August?
You want my sunglasses?
Looking like he's playing with his titty, didn't it?
Oh, don't be jealous.
Don't be a hater.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So Kevin, I don't know, what kind of format will we use?
I don't know, because I kind of like having guests on. I think maybe we could look at doing maybe a couple of guests a month. You guys out there listening, tell us what you want. You know, or if you're listening to us live or when you listen to us in replay, because I know we get quite a few that listen to us after the show's over already. You know, hit us up. Send us a note on Twitter or Facebook or somewhere and let us know what you want to hear.
Maybe we could have an open mic Tuesday every month, at least one open mic Tuesday, and our guests could send us requests to do the open mic and come in on the show, and it would be a guest host night.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting.
Because then we're going to have kind of everybody of all different, and if they've got a major figure, maybe where they're at in their neck of the woods, they could bring them in. Now we're pretty universal. Now they're bringing in guests that they can interview live on our show.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of cool to get more people seeking us out for interview time rather than us necessarily seeking them out.
Well, it's baby steps, and you know we're getting to that point where, I mean, not that long ago we really didn't have any guests. It was me and DJ. Mm-hmm. And I know it was him and the diva, you know, who was on the show with him, and you know, and then he didn't have anybody for a long period, and then I came on, and then it was just kind of you know, hit or miss. We you know, we kind of got each other's groove and feel, and I started getting comfortable with, you know, what I was doing, and then, you know, he said something about, we discussed about bringing somebody else on or looking for somebody to come on, and that's when I said, hey, Kevin, you know, I think Kevin would be a great mix for us. And now you're here, and I mean, boom, in the past 6 months, you've come on. We've had a shitload of guests on so far. I mean, every week we've had somebody on for the past month.
Yeah.
5 weeks, whatever, 6 weeks maybe. Going all the way back to the guy, I can't remember the gentleman's name. You know how my memory is, but the gentleman's name who was the guy who was The Voice.
The singer. Yeah, the singer that was on The Voice.
I've got it in my files, but I don't remember what his name is.
Yeah, it's in the back of my head somewhere. I can't pull it out. Good guy, though. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I mean,
he was another good interview. He was the one we didn't have the technology for me to be on at the same time.
Exactly.
So I did the chat. Chat that day. See, and I think that's another thing that works out, that could work out well for us if we get people to, you know, if you're listening out there, we do have a chat on JustCast Live, and I've been sitting in the chat. One PC Doc is out there right now, and we had a couple other people out there during the Rick Dyer interview. This is a great way to interact with us. If you don't want to call in or you don't use Twitter or whatever, you can hit us up in the chat, and we can, you know, talk to you there as well as do the show. You know, I mean, I'm toying, as you know, I've mentioned before, I'm toying with the idea of doing Periscope during the show, because if you don't have the Periscope app yet, go ahead and go out and get it, take a look at it, see what it's all about, because I'm here to tell you that Periscope people will broadcast anything on Periscope.
But my question is, can I broadcast on Periscope at the same time that I'm using everything else?
Yes, you can, because it's done off your mobile device. As long as you have a way, there. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of news organizations now.
So can I not do it via the PC or laptop?
No, you can do it. You have to do it via your phone or an iPad.
So you need a cellular signal, is what you're saying?
No, you can. You just need wireless.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Wireless or a cellular signal. Okay.
Like right now, say I want to go live on Periscope.
But my question is, if you have your, we could actually go live on Periscope out on the street because of our mobile device.
You can go live on Periscope anywhere, and it's crazy what people put on Periscope. I was on there today watching a guy drive to work in Los Angeles. It was insane. Why I was doing that, I don't know.
So does it save the broadcast?
No, it doesn't save the broadcast.
Okay.
So
it's just basically a live. So it's just a live video stream. Is all it is, and you can't record off of it unless you can figure out an app. Unless you can figure out an app on your phone that would record off the Periscope while you were recording, right?
Exactly. So we're live on Periscope right now. We don't have anybody listening. We don't have anybody watching us. But anybody out there who has Periscope can look on the map. They'll see a dot, and they can click on the dot, and the dot might be Jacksonville, Florida. It might be Orlando or wherever you're doing it from. But right now we're live on Periscope. And if somebody clicks on the dot, they'll end up with my face or you guys right now.
Hey, Periscope!
Yeah, say hello. See, you guys are on Periscope now.
Hey, Periscope!
And,
hello!
Yeah, and the other feature is there's a chat feature on here where they can chat with you at the same time you're doing it. A lot of the TV stations are using this. They'll put it on the desk for broadcasts, like their morning shows will do it. They'll have it on their desk, and while they're doing the news, you see them doing the news, but when they're in a commercial break or they're showing a story, they'll interact with people on Periscope who are watching their story at the same time.
Okay,
so it's really kind of a cool deal.
If I'm pulling it up, you have Apple, right? You have a Apple phone, right?
Yeah,
Kevin?
I have an iPhone.
So what's the app? I mean, I just typed in search under. I know you have Periscope app, you have Periscope Twitter, Periscope Free, Periscope.tv. You have a couple of Periscope apps here, so
yeah, it's just Periscope.
Just Periscope.
Just Periscope. And if you can't find it, go out to your browser and type in Periscope, and it's through Twitter. So you do have to have a Twitter. I can't see that. It's a big flashy light.
No, it's basically a blue pear-shaped figure with an orange.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So we're live. We don't have anybody in there yet, but you know.
You know what I want to do? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, finish off, and then I'll just
go ahead.
You find the good thing is that it has a map that shows where people are broadcasting from. So if you don't want to scroll through an entire list, you can just drill down to the people that are in Florida, and you can drill down even further and find out what city they're in. So like mine tells you that this is the weekly rundown from Jacksonville, Florida, and it has my name. So you'll be able to see that I'm broadcasting. And if somebody else out there wants to watch it, which who knows if they will or they won't, but they'll be able to see what's going on in the room with me.
So you're saying your username is the weekly rundown?
No, my username is @TapeyK, which is my
Twitter.
Yeah, that could be scary, Doc. You're right. That could be very scary, seeing what's going on in the room with me. But anyway.
Are you in your underwear, Kevin?
No, actually, I'm in gym shorts and a black shirt.
So, oh yes, I was gonna say the same thing. I thought it was underwear for a minute.
Yeah. So no, but seriously, you can. It's a really cool app, and it has a lot of good applications. I think it's in its infancy. The thing that they're trying to work out now is that you can broadcast things that you probably aren't legally allowed to do. The most recent fight between Pacquiao and whatever that guy's name was broadcast on Periscope,
right?
From somebody who had the pay-per-view channel, and then people will take it into movie theaters and broadcast the movie on Periscope.
What they'll start doing is figuring out a way to use your ISN number to track that back and hit you with infringement rights. That's what they'll do.
Well, the thing for the theaters is that theaters want you to post that they're there, that you're there, because it's good advertisement. But then again, they also don't want you to broadcast their content. There are certain concerts that you go to where they block the signal so that you can't get signal in the concert hall, because you can also watch concerts. I know Melissa Etheridge, she allows Periscope for her concerts. There's a couple other ones that I've seen recently that allow Periscope for their concerts. They don't mind if you broadcast that you're at the show. So
let me ask you, since we're on the subject of like broadcasting material and stuff like that, do you guys have Instagram?
I do have Instagram.
I don't use
Okay,
Instagram.
so can you explain to me what Instagram is? Because everybody and their mother has been saying, "Oh, you need to join Instagram. You got a radio show. You can share pictures. Blah 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 blah."
Yeah,
can you please explain this shit to me?
I can. Instagram is basically just another form of like Twitter or Facebook, but it's more like Twitter than it is Facebook. You can take a picture and then post it to Instagram, and then people can see what you post if they follow you on Instagram. So it's not really any different than Twitter. It's just more picture-driven than it is word-driven.
Oh, okay. Because I'm downloading Periscope right now, by the way. I just want to see what this app is all about. Yeah, man. So I've been thinking, man. I really want to try to start using Google Hangouts somehow, some way with our broadcast. Because I'm thinking maybe if we all did it in Google Hangouts, we can not use Skype anymore.
Okay.
Because you know, sometimes from time to time we get the lag from Skype.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking of maybe like I'll use it for the the people to call in and whatever if they want to chime in via the phone, but maybe just start broadcasting Google Hangouts and then it'll go straight to YouTube too once we're live, which is another cool thing to do. So that's also something I want to test out during the break.
Yeah, because I can definitely tell you from watching the show on JustCast, when we're actually doing the show, there's definitely a lag between what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing.
Well, there should be, I want to say, anywhere from like a 10-second to a 20-second delay.
Yeah.
That's the typical delay when it comes to broadcasting. That's what it should be. Anything more than that, like if you go over to, like just right now, if I go over to Vaughn, and right now, and I'm broadcasting on Vaughn, there's like a huge delay on Vaughn. I'm looking probably like a 3-4 minute delay, and that's because, yeah, it's because I got so many programs opened up on my computer here. So
yeah,
so I want to be able to go ahead and fix that and make sure we're all on the same page. So
yeah, I think Doc's right. He just said there's a 2-second delay on JustCast, and I think he's right, because it seems to me that I would see Rick talk, and then 2 seconds later I would hear him say something else. I would hear him say what he was talking about. So, but there's a lot of different ways to do this. I mean, the bad thing about Periscope and doing the show is that they're only going to get my side of it, unless all three of us do our own Periscope, and then they can pick who they want to watch. I mean,
so there's no way to kind of connect us three, like we're like to say, in your chat room, we can't connect to like live. A video. Oh.
You're live on Periscope.
What I could do is when you're doing Periscope, I can take the headphones off, and then they would hear your audio coming through my computer. So there would be my audio, or the audio from the show, and then the video from here in the room.
So get your selfie Dixie stick, hang your phone, put Periscope on, and you can do our whole live production on Periscope with your selfie stick.
I don't have a selfie stick.
Now the other thing you were talking about doing, you need to help me out with, is you wanted us to start doing video logs. What did you want those to be about? I mean, what do people want to hear us talking about?
Well, pretty much doing your own video vlogs, like your rants, pretty much. And I started working with Mike a little bit on it already.
I've got it loaded. All I got to do is record off my laptop.
Yeah, what I wanted to do is, like, on a day off within the next couple of weeks, I want to sit down with both of you guys on video and just kind of go over things, kind of do like a tutorial with both of you. So we just got to find, maybe do like a Tuesday or something, like when we're not broadcasting.
So, Kevin, how do I turn this off? Just by freaking...
How do you turn Periscope off?
No, on the apps. Once you're
It goes off once your phone dies.
Once you close the app, it's off.
Just like any app, it is off. Because some of them will stay on while you're if you don't
home.
go into all your settings and turn them off. That's why I'm asking.
The only thing with Periscope that I worry about is the location services.
Exactly. That's why I'm asking.
You know, I mean, you can
wants
shut
location, video, and
services
audio.
off for it. Yeah, there's a way to do that. Yeah.
You know,
So,
if I'm exercising my monkey, I don't want to know that I'm on Periscope exercising for everybody. You know what I mean?
It's
well,
okay.
I now have two people watching me, just two. So
I had
they
it on
seem
there.
entertained.
So what do? When the pen shows your state, where shows you, it shows the state down there, and there's like a little location tag on the map.
Yeah.
They just click on there, and they can see kind of who's on there, and that would be you or me or whoever.
Yep. They click on what they do is they click on a bubble that has a number in it, and that number will tell them how many people are broadcasting from that area. And then there's a list that they can pick from.
The
and
drop
key
down on the
is-
side, you'll see all the names and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's down at the
Okay.
bottom, and then I put in the weekly rundown. Now, if I wanted to get more viewers, I could probably put something in like "See Me Topless," and I'd get tons of them. But I'm not going to do
show
that.
me
'cause
your
no one wants that.
When can you put that? When can you put your title in though? That's what I was looking at. I just loaded it.
When you start the broadcast,
When
you type in. It says, "What are we seeing?"
That's okay.
Where it says, "What are we seeing?" You type in what you're seeing.
Okay.
So if you're doing the the Friday morning jam show or whatever it is, you type that in. That's what you're seeing. You can type in as much as you want almost.
I could
You
probably
can type
do
in
some
hashtags. You can type in all that stuff.
I could probably do some pretty good ones, but this is how we get the weekly rundown out there.
Right.
If you like it,
you could.
I drive every day to work an hour, right? So if I put it on there and I kind of put it on my little dashboard, and it sees me, and it's
Just understand that when you're recording yourself, it's only gonna be live. It's not gonna be recorded.
No, I know that,
To anything.
but I'll be talking live on my road trip. I could use it as my daily road trip.
Make sure you get a selfie stick.
No, I'm just saying, my daily road trip, right? And while I'm doing my daily road trip, I could say, on the weekly rundown, we were talking, and that's where I could sit there and talk independently about what we were talking about on the show and everything, right?
Yeah.
Also, and one person just mentioned here on my Periscope that if you are doing Periscope broadcasts, the one thing that we need to make sure of is that people know there's a schedule. People know that we're going to do it. In other words,
It has to be a regular like a regular schedule, like when I do my YouTube videos.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
exactly.
every Tuesday, Friday, Sunday.
If you want to see my
Friday,
crazy,
Sunday.
and I can call it the crazy fucking drive. If you want to see my crazy fucking drive, view in every day at 11 o'clock when I leave my house.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is that you have to you got to keep it regularly, and the best way to drive it is the best way to drive Periscope is to get followers who are following you on Periscope.
Right.
Who when you broadcast, they get an alert that says the professor's live on Periscope, and it will show them the professor's live on Periscope at Disney, because that's what you're talking about.
Okay.
So there are several people I follow. One of them is the British Museum, because they're doing a whole thing on the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Britain.
Gotcha.
And they've done some really good lecture series. So when they broadcast, it pops up. I can go to Periscope, and then I can watch and interact with the host.
Oh,
or I can send him a question, and then he can ask the lecturer a question.
By the way, while we're on the air, so do you know Jerry Hudson?
Do I know Jerry Hudson? Should I?
Facebook. We were talking about something on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I don't know him, no.
Were you both? Are you friended on there or?
No, you commented on it, which is why I saw it.
Okay, I was wondering if we did have somebody in common as a friend, because he was a military brat too. That's why I was asking.
No, you commented on his post.
I know, and
that's why I saw it. Yeah,
okay.
That's why I commented back, because that subject has been rattling around in my head since last night.
Yeah, everybody, I think. Yeah.
And personally, I don't understand. And for those of you that have no clue what Mike and I are talking about,
no idea.
We're talking about the Confederate flag in the state of South Carolina, which I think is just an absolutely stupid topic to be talking about, when the real issue is how do we improve race relations in this country moving forward.
Exactly.
Why we're worried about a stupid piece of cloth on a flagpole is beyond me. You know,
Well,
I get what people think it stands for. I get that. I understand that.
Well, Kevin, I'm sorry about South Carolina. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I was in South Carolina. I went to elementary school when my school was one of the first elementary schools integrated in the 70s in South Carolina. And it's just, I'm so over it that South Carolina is so freaking racial. It's stupid.
Well, there's a lot of reasons for that. There's a lot of reasons for it, and a lot of it goes back to the Civil War. But I actually have a personal connection with someone in the church at the time who didn't make it, and that person was a seminary student with a pastor at my church.
And I'm sorry to hear that.
So they know each other.
Uncalled for.
But the issue with South Carolina is that, and of course, you'd have to be a history major to even know this or even be familiar with it. But you lived in South Carolina, and in South Carolina, the majority of the population is African American. And there's a reason for that. It's not because South Carolina had a lot of slaves there. It's because when Sherman was marching through Georgia and making his way to South Carolina, his army was followed by thousands and thousands of freed slaves, recently freed slaves, who had no idea where to go, no idea what to do with their lives. So they followed Sherman's army because Sherman was seen as the liberator. Right. He was seen as the savior in a lot of ways. He never looked at himself that way, but these slaves did. They looked at him as the savior from Mazzalinkin, as they used to say. And when he went into South Carolina, his intent was, I'm taking them with me, and when I cross into North Carolina, I'm making sure there's no way they can cross in. So he burned the bridges crossing the rivers, leaving South Carolina, so that's where they stayed. Because his whole plan for South Carolina was, I'm going to make them howl. They brought this on, I'm bringing it home. And yeah.
And that's the end of it. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that we got One PC Doc standing by on the line. He's live on the air with us right
Awesome,
now.
Doc. Awesome.
How's it going, Doc? So,
hey, guys.
But you know, sorry, let me finish my whole thought on this point. But
go ahead.
There's people out there that want to ban the Confederate flag. I get that. I understand it. But when do we stop banning things? When do we stop banning things we don't like? Who decides what gets banned? And I made the point today during a discussion with someone else. There's one flag in this United States that stood over more oppression of African Americans than that flag right there. And that's the flag we currently have in its many different forms. Exactly. Because before there was a rebel flag, there was an American flag, and that stood over the institution of slavery from the time we became a free nation until 1859. And it picked right back up in 1866 and was there until 1964 when the Civil Rights Amendment was passed and Johnson signed it. So it was there the whole time. Personally, I don't think we should let a piece of cloth dictate what we stand for.
Well,
I don't care what you do with it, but the bigger issue is not our past, it's our future. And who decides what's offensive? How long before we want to take George Washington off the $1 bill because he owned slaves? How long before we want to change the name of a school because the name of the school offends us in some way, shape, or form? And let's ask Germany how that worked out.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with this. You know, I am a South Carolina citizen. I was born in South Carolina. I was raised in Charleston. And I say I'm from Charleston. People, oh, you're from Charleston? Really? Yeah, I am, and I'm proud to be from Charleston and South Carolina. But since when is a flag racist? Since when does a flag kill people? Since when does that flag create total unrest of a nation?
Let's go ahead and try to get One PC Doc in here. Maybe he has.
Come on, Doc. Let's see what you got to say.
What's going on, Doc?
Well, my opinion there is, like you got the stars. It's 13 stars of that flag. Now, everything I was taught and learned, those 13 stars, that was for the first 13 colonies.
Mm-hmm. The 13 stars on which flag?
On the rebel flag.
They were for the 13 states that seceded from the Union.
Seceded from the Union. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the colonies, the southern colonies.
Right.
What I'm saying too is it was never truly designed for hate and everything like that. Everything I was taught in school, it was always like the KKK and everything like that made it become a symbolism of hate. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's partially true, and I think what people get confused is the actual Confederate flag. Most people think that the Stars and Bars is the Confederate flag, and it's not. The Confederate flag looks more like the state flag from Georgia or the state flag from South Carolina, because the flag is the Stars and Bars is actually the Army of Northern Virginia. It wasn't the actual Confederate States of America flag. So a lot of people have that misconception. And to me, the rebel flag is a lot like the swastika in the sense that it's what stands behind it that people have made it to stand for, because the swastika itself is from 3,000 years ago. You look it up. It's from Hinduism, Buddhism, all those things. Somebody co-opted it for evil. Yes. And that's what's happened here. I mean, the rebel flag, yes, flew over a country that supported slavery, but the people who have used it since then have used it for racism. Yeah. And that's the problem. Not that they've used the flag, but that they're racist. How do we fix that problem? Because I will argue that you're always going to have somebody that hates somebody else for some reason. The idea is, can we make that number of people smaller and smaller and smaller every day? And I heard a brilliant comment today. It was two African Americans that were having an argument over this issue on a news channel I was watching. And one of them said to the other, you know, it's about heritage for some of these people because the vast majority of Confederate soldiers didn't own slaves. They were fighting because someone invaded their state. That's why they were fighting. They didn't own slaves. And the other guy says, well, when can we let it go? It happened 150 years ago. He looked at this guy and said, as soon as you let slavery go, that happened 150 years ago too.
Oh, we got Sammy Mack up in the chat. She says, people need to stop being so easily offended.
Well,
that is very true.
Nobody has skin like leather. Everybody's offended by something. But I mean, it's getting to, like you say, a ridiculous point. And Kevin, last time I checked, a flag, I mean, we need to put the flag to rest and start thinking and dealing with the real issues. And that's the racial tensions that are in this country. Those are where the real issues are coming from.
Exactly.
And really start having very, very poignant and direct verbiage on what is right and what is wrong as far as how we're going to approach the racial factors in this country. Until we do, and until we face it, until we hit it head on, there's going to maintainly be a steady flow of racism flowing all around us until we really head it off and hit home with it. You know, you're hearing about race riots and this and that. I mean, really? I thought we were beyond all that. That's just so crazy.
But we're not beyond that, because here's why it works. And I'll go back to Ferguson. And what happened in Ferguson, awful on every count. But what made Martin Luther King's mission work was that he was all about nonviolence, because he understood you don't win hearts and minds by acting like crazy people. You don't. You win hearts and minds by being rational, by being intelligent and being honest and having open discussion and being determined. That's how you win friends and influence people.
I have a dream, I have a voice, and that's
right.
What it's
you
about.
Don't do it by burning down businesses. You don't do that by looting, and you don't do it by walking into a church and shooting people. You just don't do it that way, and therein lies the problem. And we're having this whole issue clouded over a flag. I read an article yesterday that my poor wife had to put up with me, but I went absolutely crazy. A writer for the Washington Post listed 5 flags that were based off of the Southern battle flag, and one of them was Florida. I almost lost it.
Wow.
because Florida's flag has nothing to do with the Southern flag. The Florida flag has to do off the cross of Burgundy used by the Spanish when they came here in the 1500s.
That's right.
Sure, it's a St. Andrew's cross. There are lots of countries that have a St. Andrew's cross. Scotland, Jamaica. Let's just name a few. And it's a red X. It has to do with the Spanish that came here in the 1500s. But this guy was too stupid or lazy and didn't do his research and just saw an X and said, clearly Florida supports the oppression of African Americans through its flag. Really?
Just another way to stir the pot. Which brings me back to the beginning again, and that's discussion, using our voice, not our. The biggest part about this race and all this is, it's people's ignorance is what we're dealing with. It's not about racism; it's about people who are ignorant about racism.
It's people who are ignorant about racism, but people who also don't want to be honest about it. Mm-hmm. Because there are plenty of white people that will tell you racism doesn't exist because they're not racist. Great, that's fine. I'm glad you're not racist, but it still exists. And it exists in a lot of different ways. I know plenty of white people who don't like people from India because they think they're coming over here and taking everybody's job. I get that. But it's still racism. I know plenty of white people who are racist against Hispanics because they think they're coming over here and taking all their jobs. I know black people who are racist who don't like white people. It happens all the way around. The point is, how do we stop it? That's my question. I want to know how we put an end to it, because you know what? Until we put an end to this, or at least make it to where it's that fringe crazy group, we're on a bad track here.
Well, we're still relatively young in our infancy as a country too, and you have to think back where all countries went and how many centuries ahead of us they are, and what they went through in their growing pains as a country. And we're at that infancy state where we're going through the growing pains that they went through, that they've already overcome, or they still haven't overcome. You know what I'm saying?
And we're also going through one thing that's unique to the United States is that we are an open country. We're a country that we take in you're tired, you're poor, you're hungry, you're wet, or whatever the Statue of Liberty says. We will take you in, and we will provide you the opportunity to make it in life. I mean, I look at Shad Khan, comes here with $13, and now's a billionaire, owns a yacht and the Jaguars. I mean, you can do it. The point is, you have to be willing to do it. And as I said last night at dinner, racism doesn't start with a flag. It doesn't start with a hate group. It starts at home. It starts around the dinner table. It starts with what our kids are hearing their parents say. It starts by meeting people in society who aren't that bright and don't get it because they see a black person on TV who murdered somebody, so suddenly every black is a thug. They see a white guy convicted of child molestation and they think every white person's a child molester. I mean, seriously, this is where we've gone wrong. It's painting with that big broad brush.
So, what PC Doc? What do you have to say on the subject? Because I know you was calling in to share some thoughts. So we definitely want to get you up on the air to see what you have to say about everything.
What my opinion is we need more understanding. Parents need to be talking to their children. In my opinion, there need to be more communication to show the rights and wrongs nowadays, and to speak to the people, because and we need more love. We need more love and hugs out here, because it's just compassion. People need more compassion in this country, in my opinion.
So let me ask you, Doc. So you said we need to sit down, we need to talk to our kids, but overall, this generation of kids, I'll be honest with you, they're stubborn as all shit. You can talk, to them, and it goes through one ear and out the other. How do you communicate with a child or a teen who doesn't want to listen?
Well, my father brought me up, I can say, and I think the biggest thing of our moral of our stuff is, I'll say, is the government needs to stay out of our life, of our families.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because when I did something wrong, I'm sorry, my butt got whooped. If I went to school and got in trouble, my butt got whooped. I know that I should not do this wrong. He raised me right.
Yeah, exactly. But these days, you can't lay an old school ass whooping on a child.
You can't do that.
And they know that. That's the thing. The kids know that. I think even more importantly than talking to your kids, it's living by example.
Yes.
Because kids do what they see. They're very much monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey do.
Especially early on in their life, you know? I mean, how do you think they learn to do what they do? They learn it by watching you. They learn it by watching what you do and absorbing it like a sponge. And it comes out when you squeeze them. All that stuff comes out, and as they grow up, they get squeezed, and that personality comes out of them. And a lot of times when I met with parents, I'm like, gotcha, I know where the kid got it from.
Yep.
And that's what it is. But the media today has made it something else. The media, politicians, they've all decided we're going to jump on this bandwagon because it detracts us from the real issue. It takes us away from what the real problem is, and that's all this flag debate is about, is to take us away from what the real issue is, because no one wants to deal with the real issue because it's hard. My question that I posted on Facebook to people today on another post was, what will taking that flag down fix?
Absolutely
what will it
nothing.
Fix?
Not a bit.
Not a bit nothing.
Nothing at all. Not a single thing. Is it going to make some kid somewhere feel better about himself and decide to turn things around and not be a knucklehead and walk into a church?
No.
So
and shoot people.
So let me ask you, Kevin. So we're talking about the rebel flag, right? So what do you say when it comes to the American flag? It's a whole different story. Let's just say somebody stepped in, burned the American flag or stepped on the American flag. Then it's a whole different story.
Now, I'm going to get in trouble for this one, and I know it. I'm going to hear about it. I already know I will hear about this. My thought is that I may not agree with what you say or what you do, but I will defend to the death your right to do it, because that's what this country was founded on. Do I agree with people burning the American flag and stepping on it? No, I don't, because I know what it stands for to me. But you know what? We have freedom of speech and expression in this United States for a reason. And if that's what you feel like doing to express yourself, there are tens of thousands of Americans who've died so that you can have the right to do that. Because when you start taking away people's freedom to express themselves, you're not very far away from where Germany ended up in the 1930s.
Well, I think our flag should still be.
Because if our flag is burned or whatever have you, it's considered a crime. You go to jail.
And I think it should remain that way. I don't think the flag, last time I checked, did anything to anybody. You don't tread on what we stand for. Meaning, you don't step on the flag, you don't burn the flag, you don't scrape flag. You burn the flag only when it's tattered, and so on. You dispose of the flag properly.
I get that, but my point is that you and we had this conversation last night over dinner, which is, again, I may not agree with what you do or what you say, but I'll defend to the death your right to do it. I may not talk to you ever again, and I may post on Facebook that you're an idiot, but you know what? That's freedom of expression. And where does it end? And that's my question. Where does it end? Today we decide one thing is offensive, we get rid of it. Tomorrow it's something else. Mm-hmm. Now, here in Jacksonville, we had a high school named Nathan Bedford Forrest High. We changed the name. I agreed with changing the name because Nathan Bedford Forrest was the founder of the Ku Klux Klan. I don't think that sends the right message. I agreed with changing the name in that case. But do I think that we should change the name of every high school in America because we don't necessarily like who it's named after? I mean, Thomas Jefferson owned slaves. Do we want to change Thomas Jefferson High School outside of Washington, D.C. because of that? He was a founding father. Mm-hmm. Do we want to change that? If it offends somebody in our current climate, that's what happens. How long before our flag of the United States is a clear piece of cloth? Because it can't be all white. That might be offensive. Can't be all black. That might be offensive. It can't be a white circle on a black background. That might offend fat people, fat white people. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, how long before we end up with a clear flag because it ticks someone off? Where does it end? And that's my argument. Do I think the South? Do I think a flag in the United States sanctioned by a government should have the stars and bars on it? No, I don't think so. The state of Mississippi should change theirs.
So what are you saying, Kevin? We should just raise the white flag?
No,
give
what I'm
up
saying. No,
and surrender?
that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, where does it end? If we start banning things now because it ticks somebody off, where does it end?
No, I got
How
you,
long
Kevin.
before
I got
something you hold
just
dear?
give you a hard time.
Look at it this way: what came out of this whole Charleston thing? More gun control.
Of course.
More gun control issues. So how long before your constitutional right to bear arms is gone? Now, should people
I don't know,
own
but we
guns?
had a run on.
That's
We're
not
going to have a
we
run
just-
on guns in the pawn shop. So
Well, and that's the thing. What happens with the rebel flag? You're going to find people buying it up right and left because we brought attention to it. If we just ignore things, sometimes they go away. Sometimes they go away. But what we did was we started something now that we really didn't need to be starting. Where does it end? Ask yourself that question and think on it. Where does it end? And I'll just leave you with that thought. Where does it end?
That's a good point.
It's definitely a really good point. Hey guys, we're getting ready to head out of here. Hey Doc, you have anything final you need to say?
No, it was a real good conversation. I really liked it, and I just wanted to voice my opinion on that little things there, and I really enjoyed conversating with you guys.
Yeah, well, we'll go ahead and let you guys know. If you guys would like to know more, come on and join us anytime, every single Tuesday night over on JustCast Live. Of course, tonight's show is brought to you in part by our great friends at JustCast Live. So thank you to you guys for being such great supporters of our program, and we love you guys a lot for the support and continuous support. So come on over to JustCastLive.tv and support them. They're doing some great things over there, and most definitely you want to spread the love, y'all, and it's free to join. The best thing that we like about it is that we have the video broadcasting. You can chat with us via video, cameras and all that good stuff while we broadcast. And before we go, I want to ask, are we set for next Tuesday for our guest?
I'm waiting to get a reply from her. She's doing a show tonight, so.
Okay. So we're not going to talk about it just yet until we can confirm, but we may possibly have a special guest next week.
We can talk. You can say her name, Melissa Smith of Jacksonville.
There you go.
I'm serious. No, I'm just saying we may have her on, we may not. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a confirmation.
All right. So in the meantime, I was going to say, for us, Professor and Kevin, you said you're going away the second week of July?
Yeah, the 6th through the 10th. I will be in Titusville, and then the first week of August, I will be in the Caribbean.
The 6th. Oh, you'll be going on the 6th through the 10th. So, okay, so we got to figure out when you guys want to do the the tutorial thing, where we could get together, I don't know, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and just...
I work with Thursday through Saturday, and that's it.
No, Tuesday.
You let me know, I'll make it happen.
That's what I'm saying.
You let me know, I'll make it happen.
And then, like I said, I mean...
And if I got to do it separately, that's fine, too. Because you already got the idea.
What day is the 20... When you're in St. Augustine, what days are going to be on? What days?
That's... we're going to be there from the 20th and the 21st.
I know. What days are those? What is it?
Monday, Tuesday.
A Monday, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Well, I'm off, so, I can shoot down there. Kevin, I'm sure that's not far for him.
No, it's not far for me. I just might have someone under 5 feet with me.
That's okay.
Well, maybe we can get him a babysitter for the day.
Yeah.
Right.
No, so I'm gonna. If anything, I'll get with you because you already got the idea of how to run the software, right, Mike?
Pretty much, like I said, I just have to play with some things.
So if anything, I'll just get together with Kevin because he has probably more free time. He can get together.
I can come over here and we can do a test run on mine, so it's no big deal.
I just need to know what software it is you're using so that I can make sure I have it.
Yeah, I'll send you all that information tonight once we go off here. And you can just start looking at it and getting it all worked out. And with that being said, guys, I didn't realize we're still on the air. But anyways, with that being said, guys, we're going to get ready to head out of here. For DJ Friction and the Professor, and for the Iceman Kevin Tapey, we'll see you guys next Tuesday night, which will be our last broadcast for the month. and then we'll take a month off just to kind of get things together.
And I'd like to say once again, thank you to Mr. Rick Dyer for his tutelage on the Bigfoot and coming on here and really spending some enjoyable time with us. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. And from the professor and, like DJ said, DJ and Kevin, join us next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. for another awesome show. And good night, America, wherever you are.
We'll see you guys next week, guys. For more information, head on over to our official website, www.102DLG-Radio-Orlando. And remember, if you enjoy what we do here, please take the time to support, donate, and become a sponsor. And we'll see you guys soon.
Peace.
Today's show is brought to you by our great friends at Amazon.com.
Hey, guys.
Get all your latest gadgets, appliances, and so much more. For those special deals, head on over to our official website, www.102DLGRadioOrlando.com, and click on the Amazon icon today and get your special deals today. What's up, guys? DJ Friction here to remind you, if you really enjoy what we do here at 102.DLG Radio, take the time to support our program by going over to our official website, www.102DLGRadioOrlando.com, and donate today. That's right, son of y'all. Go on over and donate today and show your love for the show, y'all. And we'll keep doing what we do here. Much love.